Hello, I'm Mike Gordon, and welcome back to my perfect playthrough of Pokemon Crystal. And we only have one more batch of trainers, but before we begin, I need to address the elephant room. We only have 4 more trainers left. It turns out, after some careful research with Belt Kenji, I realized that he is bugged and will never challenge you to a rematch, no matter how times you get him to call you. Or even if you call him. I think he was supposed to call you. You're supposed to call him during certain times of the day, but he will never accept your challenge. They even programmed new teams for him. So yeah, I'm deleting Black Belt Kenji's number. He's not battleable in Crystal version, though he can be rematched in Heart Gold Soul Silver. But you have to call him at a certain time of day, and whether or not he chooses to accept your challenge is entirely random. But you know what? That's fine and dandy. That means I get to go ahead and fish off these cool trainers plus Bird Keeper Jose. So, Cool Train Arena is the one in Route 27, not Route 26. Which means she is right here. Luckily, there will be some things to do in this episode, so I'm not totally stressed out. So what I'm gonna do is manip the 3-turn Thrash against Cool Trainer Arena, and I'll have to do the same thing with Cool Trainer Gavin as well. Now, because there's only 4 trainers to battle, there really isn't a whole lot of content left. In hindsight, probably should have just battled these 4 trainers in the previous episode, but to be fair, I thought Black Belt Kenji had to be fought on between 12 and 1 p.m. Between the times of 12 and 1 p.m. in Crystal version. I looked up Bulbapedia and Cerebi. It seemed to back up that he could be rematched in Crystal, but no, he can't. He has teams, but they're bugged and don't work as intended. You can't ever battle them. So that's one battle against Arena. That's an error on my part. And we got another battle against Rena. Alright, that's fine. The one downside is how long it takes to reach each of the 4 trainers. I mean, okay, Gavin and Beth aren't too bad, since all you have to do is bike across 2 patches of grass, but you have to traverse multiple locations no matter what, like half a dozen locations no matter what, just to get to Rena and Hohei and Jose. And while we're rematching Rena over and over again, I would like to address that while Rena does not offer you any gifts, one of her Pokemon, specifically her Nidoqueen, will start giving her Ace Nidoqueen a pink bow to hold. So the main gimmick is to literally use Thief to steal the pink bow from her and add it to your inventory. Honestly, I think that's a complete waste of time and space to do, because you can literally farm pink bows off of Picnic or Tiffany, and she doesn't require that you battle her to do so. She'll just give them to you. So it leaves me to wonder, what item was her Pokemon supposed to have in Crystal version? And honestly, I have no idea. I don't think it would be any of the time capsule items, because I do believe that they were always intended to be time capsule exclusives. What I think it is that Pokemon... I do believe that Pokemon, Now, I decided at this point I wanted to show something off real quickly, since it is a Wednesday. You speak to this guy and he will be able to teach... And he's like the first instance of a move relearner. He can teach Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, Ice Beam for 4,000 coins per Pokemon per move taught, and he's only available on Wednesdays. It is super expensive, but that might come in handy for when I need to plan out for the final battle against Red in Mount Silver. And it looks like we're gonna sweep through Cool Train Arena before we get a chance to battle any other trainer. So ain't that fun? So yeah. So Cool Train Arena gives you pink bows. Cool Trainer, no, she doesn't give you pink bows. You have to steal the pink bows from her Nidoqueen. Cool Trainer Beth, who we just passed, will have given her Rapidash focus bands, which again you need to steal. And it is also the only way to get more of them without using the duplication glitch. And Gavin gives you King's Rocks, which you can get as rare, which are rare held items for Poliwhirl, for Wild Poliwhirl. But it is an absolute guarantee. That's a guaranteed steal off of Gavin's Kingler. But we'll get to that in a bit. And Birdkeeper Jose will give you star pieces on occasion. It is kind of interesting that there are only 3 trainers that will only give you tips or offer you a chance to rematch them, and will give you nothing at any point. Those being Picnic or Tiffany on Route 32 will not give you anything. Schoolboy Jack in the National Park will never give you anything. Nor does he have anything. And Pokemaniac Brent will never give you anything. Because the main purpose of those 3 is for them to give you little tips and pointers. And as well as bits of trivia help flesh out the world a bit. Every other trainer who can give you a phone number, apart from Pokemon, which makes it more baffling that neither Juggler Irwin nor Black Belt Kenji can be rematched. So it's our first spell with Birdkeeper Jose. And as I was saying, it's even more baffling that we cannot rematch Juggler Irwin or Black Belt Kenji, because while Juggler Irwin sort of acts as a chronicler of sorts for all your exploits that you tell him, Black Belt Kenji gives you absolutely nothing. Which leads me to believe that either Game Freak did plan for those trainers to be rematchable but decided to scrap at the last second, or in the case of Black Belt Kenji, the script that would get him to challenge you to a rematch is bugged and he will never do it. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and finish up Jose. And as I said before, he will on occasion hand you star pieces as gift items from time to time. So yeah, it's kind of crazy that there are 5 phone numbers where the trainers won't give you anything, and 2 of those 5 numbers can't even be rematched. At least with the 2 Poke fans, they will give you nuggets. But I digress. I just use Crunch on Farfetch because it's a 1-turn kill. He just has 1 Pokemon, so no point using Thrash on him. And as I said, Jose on occasion will give you star pieces as gifts, similar to how Picnicker Gina, Schoolboy Allen, Lastina, or Fisher Tolly will gift you with evolution stones, or Bugcatcher Wade will give you a random berry, or Fisher Wilton will give you random Pokeballs, or even Picnicker Tiffany giving you pink bows as gifts. So we're battling Cultura Gavin, and as I said previously, even though he doesn't give you any items as gifts, he will start giving his Kingler a King's Rock that you can steal off of him via the TM move Thief. So that's kind of interesting. So again, similar how Cool Train Arena gives her Neo Queen the pink bows, Cool Trainer Gavin will give his Kinglers King's Rocks. It's probably the most reliable way of grinding for multiple copies of them without battling wild Poliwhirls and hoping that they're holding the King's Rock, or using the item duplication glitch. Now the whole purpose behind King's Rock is to make the opposing, besides evolving Poliwhirl or Slowpoke via trade, the whole purpose of the item is to make opposing Pokemon flinch. In Pink Bows, which Cultura Arena's Neo Queen always holds, gives a slight boost to the power of normal type moves. Star pieces are basically like nuggets, but they sell for just slightly less than 5,000. Speaking of star pieces, Jose's gonna challenge us to yet another rematch. So we battled all 4 of the trainers at least once, and we swept through Arena. So now we got a second shot at Jose. Hopefully we get through Jose a lot faster, because he only has 1 Pokemon, but he's buried deep in the Route 27. I think it's a bit debatable which is faster, using Surf to go through Tojo Falls and whatnot to get to him, or to take the route that I go and hope that you don't get to any random encounters along the way. And that was a mistake on my end. I actually disembarked off the bike. So far, luck's been pretty much on my side the whole time. Alright, Whirlpool. Damn it. And you know what? The next time we set out to rematch Jose, we're going to just use a max repel. Alright. Anyways, we are going to use Crunch. Sadly, to the best of my knowledge, his Farfetch isn't holding a stick. If you must know what I'm talking about, the stick is that leak that Farfetch is always shown holding, and is treated as a held item from Gen 2 onwards. Similarly, the Bone Club, the Thick Bone, which can occasionally be held by Wild Keybone Marowak, can also be seen visibly on their artwork, on their portraits, making the Thick Bone and the stick the only visible held items that are always visible. So it looks like we're gonna sweep through Jose's entire team before we get rematch offers from further rematch offers from Gavin or Beth. Honestly, this means that the entire rest of this final grind is gonna go super smoothly. Did I say final grind? I mean the final batch of battles. There's no... Perfect playthrough conditions for these Pokemon games don't require that you level up every single Pokemon level 100. Particularly if you're going for a living dex. That's not feasible. And I think you would have to go completely freaking insane if you had to do that. Even if you're gonna use the duplication glitch to get a bunch of rare candies. We passed the weekday trainer, the family full of NPCs representing days of the week. So you got 2 more battles from Gavin and 2 more battles from Beth. Which in total means we just need to make it pass through 8 more patches of grass. And 2-3 more tiles of water. Now definitely the fly to Viridian and reaching them from Viridian is way faster than trying to surf all the way through Route 27, obviously. So we're deleting Jose's number. And oh yeah, we should probably go ahead and max out our blue coin count. Cooltrainer Beth is our next caller. And she only sports 1 Pokemon. Wait a minute, we never battled Beth, did we? I think we never battled Beth. So make that 10 patches of grass and 10 and then 10 tiles of water. Before we clear out all the Pokegear trainers in all their teams. And I realized, oh yeah, I forgot we're battling Beth. Now, so Gavin has a King's Rock on his Kingler. Rena has a pink bow on her Nidoqueen. And Beth here has a Focus Band on Rapidash. And Focus Band basically is like a held item version of Endure, where there's like a 25% chance that it goes off and leaves them alive with just 1 HP remaining. You could also get one of those off of the Fighting Dojo in Saffron City, as it's just an item lying on the ground at the very back. So that's basically it. The entire rest of this first half is gonna be me battling the 2 cool trainers on Route 27 over and over again. So our second team So we're gonna keep on flying to Viridian City each and every time. So yeah, we just keep cutting through Route 22, through the reception gate, and Beth is gonna be right outside. Yep, I actually remembered her this time around. Full Trainer Beth. And it's during the rematches against their upgrade teams where they start giving Rapidash, Focus Band, Kingler, King's Rock, and Nidoqueen pink bows. Turn to the last Pokemon Center. Alright, and I don't know what else to say. Cool Trainer Gavin, so I only get a rematch against this guy. Alright, I'm just really sweating down here. Alright, just so I turn off the lights. It's probably gonna make my narrative performance probably worsen my ability to commentate on the video a bit, but I'm gonna make do with the circumstances because it's just way too hot. Anyways, because Gavin has 3 Pokemon, I'm gonna try Manep 3-turn Thrashes against him. Alright. And since I'm 40 levels higher than his entire team, I don't have any don't think I'll have any troubles one-shotting everything, especially since he doesn't have any rock types. So again, Kingler will be holding a King's Rock at this point. So it's kind of funny that the cool trainers refuse to hand out any items to you themselves. You're gonna have to take them, think to take them for yourself if you want them. So, having said that, there is still one more phone number that we need to pick up. And that's from Buena, the talk show, the late night talk show host, who hosts the game of Password that we need to play every night. I'll probably decide to do all but the last one completely off screen. But I've got a lot of content I want to show off. I mean, the way I see it, the next episode is gonna be the last one. Oops, spoiler alert, but I'm gonna begin my set of rematches against the Kanto. I'm gonna begin battling the Kanto gym leaders after I finish. God damn it. I think I'm rematching Culture Gavin again, that's why I chose to keep the encounter as is. Yep, that was right. This will be our third and final battle against Gavin. So I'm gonna go Thrash. Last spell against Gavin. Tyranitar, use Thrash again. Make it 3 turns. Got it. 3 turns of Thrash. Perfect. So yeah, getting that random encounter is ultimately gonna be a net gain for us, since we don't have to deal with confusion. So all we have left now is Beth. So we teleport back so we could arrive back at Johto. Then we have to fly to New Barktown because we can't teleport to New Barktown, even if we heal our Pokemon at Professor Elm's lab. Yeah, even if you enter inside the house, you still can't teleport here. So I believe this will be the last rematch of the day. So yeah. We are going to head west for probably the last time to battle Beth for the last time. And this time her Rapidash is again holding a focus band, so hopefully crunch one-shots. Because it sure would be stupid if the focus band just arbitrarily goes off on us. It's not a good item at all for in-game. Really, items like leftovers Mystery berries, which I believe cure status ailments. I could be confused with something else. So yeah, that's the last battle against Beth. I still need to get Bueno's number, which involves max out the blue card. Which is part of our perfect playthrough conditions for this game in particular. Not gold silver, because Bueno's password, neither Buena nor her password, nor her nightly game of password is even a feature of Pokemon Crystal. So I'm healing up at the Pokemon Center. Gonna deposit Togetic. And we're gonna withdraw Chansey here. But before we pursue with anything else, we are gonna remove Chansey's held Lucky Punch. Chansey, when traded over from Generation 1, will be holding a Lucky Punch. Pikachu from Pokemon Yellow will be holding a Light Ball. Abra will be holding TM09, which is Psych Up. And several other notable items like Polka Dot Bow, which is held by Gen 1 Jigglypuff. All the legendary Pokemon, apart from Mew, will be holding Bright Powder. Anyways, I went down to Route 14 specifically so we could trade our newly traded Chansey for an Aerodactyl. Which, apart from trading from Gen 1, is the only way to add Aerodactyl into our Pokedex in-game in Gold, Silver, and Crystal. Sadly, this has been our first new capture since in a couple episodes, where I just arbitrarily chose to evolve Neo Queen and Neo King at the end of part 21. Turn to the last Pokemon Center. Alright, and I'm gonna go ahead and deposit everything that isn't above a max repel. Luckily, a decent number of these items are already in my PC, so it's not like they're clogging up a ton of spots. But Lucky Punch is the exception. Side note, but Primate from traded over from Gen 1 will also be holding a Gold Leaf. I forgot that I need to move Aerodactyl into box 141-160, right between Aerodactyl and Snorlax. It's only level 7. But you know what? We got Togetic right back. At that point, I realized, wow, this is an episode of Pokemon Crystal, and we have this. And it's just over a half hour long? Wow. Now at this point I have no idea what I'm doing. Where am I going? Where am I flying at? And I realized, oh yeah, let's fly down to Pallet Town. And I'm doing this to show off that if you speak to Daisy between the times of 3 PM and 4 PM, she will groom your Pokemon, she will be available to groom 1 Pokemon per day, which can which is a great way of bolstering a Pokemon's happiness, such as Chansey, Eevee, Togepi if you haven't already, or Golbat. So, I'm very, very confused at this point, so I decided, yo, fuck it, I'm gonna battle. It's the middle of the afternoon, Pure City, Stone Gray City. So fuck it, I'm just gonna go ahead and rematch and battle all the gyms of Johto now. Pure City Pokemon Gym, Brock. Rock Solid Pokemon Trainer. Alright. Yo, champion making! You're really rocking. Are you battling? The gym leaders of Kanto? They're strong and dedicated people, just like Johto's gym leaders. I like that he's not really giving you any tips, because we're technically already champs. Yeah, he calls us champion making. Alright, so I'm definitely benefiting from the cool air and lack of lights shining down on my face now because I can feel a nice breeze on my legs. So yeah, all I needed was a single crunch to one-shot the Sandslash. And okay, I think I'm good. Wow, it's not often that we get a challenger from Johto. I'm Brock, the Peter's gym leader. I'm an expert on rock-type Pokemon. My Pokemon are impervious to most physical attacks. You'll have a hard time inflicting any damage. Come on. No, I won't, because your Pokemon's entire team are 3 levels below mine. Having said that, I won't be able to use Thrash on him at any point because all of his Pokemon are rock type and are either fully evolved or close enough to it. With the Graveler and Onix. Okay, Graveler, Onix, and Rhyhorn are not fully evolved at all. Still, I can use Crunch on his first 3 Pokemon without batting a sweat. But I did do a test run. All of his Pokemon will withstand the use of a single Thrash. So there's no point going for it. Kaputop, so now that I no longer have to deal with a bunch of physically bulky Pokemon, I can just spam Earthquake. It's not fast animation-wise compared to Crunch, but I want to conserve my PP. So yeah. Just spam Earthquake and that will take care of his Ace Onix. Yeah. At this point, a Pokemon as weak as Onix can be treated as an Ace Pokemon. Your Pokemon's powerful attacks overcame my rock-hard defense. You're stronger than I expected. Go ahead, take this badge. Way stronger. Receive the Boulder Badge, our first Kanto Gym badge. Chris, thanks. I enjoyed battling you, even though I'm a bit upset. That Boulder Badge will make your Pokemon even more powerful. The world is huge. There are still many strong trainers like you. Just wait and see. I'm going to become a lot stronger, too. Okay, cool. Yo, champion making, that gym didn't give you much trouble. The way you took charge was really inspiring. I mean that seriously. Alright, now we are gonna fly over to Cerulean City. Know where I will deal with the second battle half the gym leaders in this episode, and the other half in the next episode. Cerulean City. Mysterious blue aura surrounds it. Cerulean City Pokemon Gym Leader Misty. Tomboyish Mermaid. Alright. Yo, champion making. Since Misty was away, I went out for some fun too. Pervert. You realize that Misty is 15, right? At least she's not hating on her in the Kanto games where she's 12. But even so, that's still kind of iffy. Okay, so to be fair, in Japan, the age of consent is 14 years old. But here in the West, a grown-ass adult getting flirty with a 15-year-old girl is creepy. That ain't right. So I had no fear of using Thrash on this trainer because she only had 2 Pokemon. As for this trainer, he has 3 Pokemon. Wait, yeah, 3 Pokemon, so I have to be careful when manipping Thrash and making sure I hit the 3 turns. Alright, and Tara used Thrash. Critical hit. Horsey fainted. Sir Parker out Seadra. Tyranitar used Thrash. Seadra fainted. Tyranitar gained 1743. Sir Parker was defeated. This can't be. Sorry about being away. Yeah, let's get this over with. Sir Diana sent out Golduck. Go Tyranitar. So I'm gonna use Crunch here for a one-shot because it's his only Pokemon. No need to use Thrash. And finally, let's take on Misty. I was expecting you, you pest. You may have a lot of Johto Gym badges, but you'd better not take me too lightly. My Water-type Pokemon are tough. And oh yeah, Rachel Lillis, the OG voice of Misty, had sadly passed away not too long ago. I think a couple days ago. So may she rest in peace. She was a lot of fun voicing Misty in the anime, and it's sad to hear such a loss. She was only in her early 50s too. Early mid 50s. So yeah, after I faint her first Pokemon, I decided to go the Thrash route to sweep through the rest of her team. I did have to manip the 3-turn Thrash, though. And yes, even though Lapras is really bulky, Tyranitar's just far too strong at this point. And just like that, we swept through Misty's entire team of Pokemon who are just a little more than 3 levels below my Tyranitar. You really are good. I'll admit that you are skilled. Here you go, it's Cascade Badge. And I got the Cascade Badge. Are there many strong trainers in Johto? Like you, I mean. I'm going to travel one day so I can battle some skilled trainers. Cool. Alright, she just says the same thing over and over again. And though I first thought I was a little confused, so I kept talking to her over and over again. Just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Whew, you showed me how tough you are. As always, that was one heck of a great battle. And next up is the Vermilion City Gym. Which, ironically enough, I think was intended to be our first gym battle when we first arrived in Kanto, but I chose to pass it off. Oh, wait a minute. Vermilion City, the port of exquisite sunsets. And now we gotta take on... Let's cut this tree down. Vermilion City Pokemon Gym Leader, Lieutenant Surge, the Lightning American. Yo, Champion Making. You lucked out this time. Lieutenant Surge is very cautious. He has traps set all over the gym. But the traps aren't active right now. You'll have no problem getting to Lieutenant Surge. Cool. And the reason for this is because you were supposed to battle him first before you even began the whole power plant quest line with the missing machine part. So the game just assumes that the power outage. So this is basically where you're supposed to learn that there's a power outage in Kanto through this gym. Which is supposed to explain why the trash can traps are deactivated. So I'm manipulating a 3-turn Thrash to ensure that I sweep through his entire team. Though, by the way, I have to use Crunch on the first Pokemon because Thrash only lasts 2 to 3 turns. Whereas in, so Crunch has to be the first turn move no matter what. So I'm gonna use Thrash again. So, Juggler Horn was defeated. So now we are gonna battle this trainer. Even though I could have battled the gentleman first, and then this trainer, since he's closer to Lieutenant Surge. I'm gonna battle this trainer first anyway, so I can... Man, it's so hot. Like, I can feel the cool breeze, but I'm still sweating. So yeah, I'm gonna go Thrash again. So Crunch the first Pokemon, then Thrash the rest. Because there's whenever you see 4 Pokemon. With 5 you want to use Crunch 2 to 3 times depending on if they have any Rock or Steel types. 6, that's basically a guarantee. Hopefully when we battle Blue, he doesn't decide, hey, we're just gonna use save Rhydon for last. I hope not. So last but not least, we're battling this gentleman here. And the reason being is because he only has 2 Pokemon, so Thrash is an obvious guarantee. No Manips are required. Yep, go Tyranitar. We're gonna use Thrash. Should use Thrash. Gentleman Gregory sent Flaffy. So, yep, sorry. But you're 40 to 50 levels below my Tyranitar. You obviously aren't gonna win. Sorry. Alright. Hey, you little tyke. I have to hand it to you. It may not be very smart to challenge me, but it takes guts. When it comes to electric Pokemon, I'm #1. I've never lost on the battlefield. I'll zap you just like I did my enemies in war. Cool. But you're still like 30 to 40 levels below my Tyranitar. But yeah, it's 5 Pokemon, and one of them is a little too bulky for Thrash. So, I'm gonna stick with Crunch because most of his Pokemon are frail enough for Crunch. And by the way, Crunch is treated as a special attack in Generations 2 and 3 because Dark type. While Ghost is treated as a physical move. Honestly, that's kind of the reason why Ghost type Pokemon kind of suck in Gen 2. And Dark types are usually not that much better, but, you know, Umbreon is pretty bulky as a defensive tank, and Houndoom is a special sweeper anyways. So it's not like they're severely hampered by the swap anyways. I used Earthquake on Magneton to ensure the one-shot. Now I can use Thrash, because he doesn't have another Magneton. He has a Raichu, a Magneton, 2 Electrodes, and an Electabuzz. Sadly, no Zapdos still, but I guess they don't want to give average trainers legendary Pokemon. Alright, I use Thrash here. And that's it for Lieutenant Surge. Ugh, you're strong. Okay, kid, you get the Thunder Badge. Cool. Got the Thunder Badge. Thunder Badge increases Pokemon speed. Consider it proof that you defeated me. You wear proudly here. Hey kid, still slugging and chugging away? My Pokemon and I are still at it. Oh, that's nice. Whew, that was an electrifying battle. It sure made me nervous. Okay. And we have enough time for one more gym, I think. Let's take on Erika. So we need a cut user, cut through this tree, and then we check out the sign. This gym is great, only girls are allowed here. Ew. So let's say, Pokemon Gym Leader, Erika, the nature-loving princess. So, no champion making guy on standby here. Now, Twins is an easy thrash because all Twins only use 2 Pokemon, and the one they use is dependent on which one you spoke with. So, the one on the left here will start with Victory Bell, for example. But if I spoke to the twin on the right, they will instead use a different Pokemon first, that being Vileplume. It's Gen 3 onwards where Twins are a decent source for double battles. So which twin you speak to depends on which Pokemon is first. It's double battles in Gen 3 onward. Alright, what Pokemon do you have? Oh, just one. That being Executor. Okay, that should be an easy one-shot. But Crunch, which is weak to because Dark is super effective against Psychic. that's it for Picnic or Tanya. Did you think girls... Meh. So I'm gonna go... This trainer has 3 Pokemon, so I will once again go out and manip a 3-turn Thrash against him. And strangely enough, she decides to swap out Skiploom for Hoppip. Like, okay. Waste a little bit of time, but isn't that big a deal. I mean, being 50 levels higher than you is kind of pathetic, I must be honest. So, Tyranitar, use Thrash. Jumpluff fainted, 1921 experience points. Last Michelle was defeated. Oh, yeah. Where are you looking at? These flowers are at me, at you, of course. B. Julia, St. Paris. Go Tyranitar. Alright. We go use Thrash to get the 3-turn Thrash. And all our Pokemon are pathetically weak. Oh. Wow, that definitely feels nice right about now. Tyranitar, use Thrash. B. Julia was defeated? How annoying. Hello, lovely weather, isn't it? It's so pleasant. Afraid I may doze off. My name is Erika. I am the leader of Celadon Gym. Oh, all the way from Johto, you say? How nice. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that you wished to challenge me. Very well, but I shall not lose. Alright. I like that they basically make Erika high as a kite in these games, whereas in the anime she's much more assertive. So with her, I'm just gonna go Crunch. And for some reason, I'm not feeling confident that I will be able to, that Victory Bell will go down to 1 Thrash, so I went with Earthquake instead to ensure the 1-shot. But the rest of her Pokemon, I'm very confident. Thrash should 1-shot easily. And it avoids the risk of getting potentially confused after 2 turns. So all works out in the end. So yeah, Tyranitar grew level 82. But last but not least, there is Jumpluff for us to battle. Tyranitar used Thrash. Jumpluff fainted, Tyranitar gained 2317. Erika was defeated! Oh, I can see defeat. You are remarkably strong. I shall give you Rainbow Badge. And I got the Rainbow Badge. We're halfway done with Kanto. That was a delightful match. I felt inspired. Please, I wish you to have this TM. It is Giga Drain. It is a wonderful move that drains half the damage it inflicts to heal your Pokemon. Please use it if it pleases you. Probably not, but thanks for the TM. Losing leaves a bitter aftertaste, but knowing that there are strong trainers spurs me to do better. And it turns out she just says the same thing, so whatever. Anyways, I think that's gonna be it for today. We are gonna fly to our next town, which will be Saffron City. And next time we are gonna battle the remaining gym leaders of Kanto. We're gonna sell whatever remaining affairs we have left with the game. And then we are gonna complete the Pokedex, defeat Red, and finally obtain our diploma, leaving us with nothing but the Pokemon, the Battle Tower for us to take on. And then we will have officially beaten the game and achieved our perfect playthrough. In prehistoric times, this Pokemon flew freely and fearlessly through the skies. And that's it, the last entry we need to read before the end of the game. Leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. With all out of the way, this is Mike Gorin, sign out.